be a great contest. Obviously, we're 2-1 up in the series. India played well in that last game, but obviously coming here, like you mentioned, in the last Test match that was played here, it was a comprehensive win. So we'll turn up fully confident, excited after a good few days off, and yeah, raring to go.
You could clinch a series here, but they've got momentum after Trent Bridge. It's going to be an epic match, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. As you say, they did play well, but at the end of the day, we are 2-1 up in the series. They've got to win the next 2 games in order to clinch the series. So yeah, it'll be a fantastic game, and like we say, we're full of confidence still. There's been no harm in halfway through a series not necessarily putting in our strongest performance, because it makes you come back and want to put the record straight as well. I just think it's part and parcel of growing up as well. There's many different things that you go through as a cricketer, many different challenges that you have along the way, and a lot of things that when you've not necessarily proven to yourself, and then you go and prove it, and then you can actually go on and see how good you can be, how exciting it is to go out and score hundreds and play for England. So I think it's the belief and the confidence that it instills in you by going out and doing it, not just one time but a few times as well.
Dean, John?
You've obviously explained that you'd like to stay as a wicketkeeper first, but would you be open to giving them up for the good of the team if he was able to perhaps rearrange the batting order and use you as specialist batsman or Joss as number 7?
Look, I don't know what the conversations are that are going to be had. So it's a difficult one, because you put so much hard work into keeping wicket over a long period of time, a sustained period of time. So yeah, it'd be like saying, do you want to give up your laptop and write it all freehand again?
In terms of England's difficulties at the moment, perhaps the biggest problem has been consistent top order runs over a period of time, and if they're trying to find a solution to that problem, would you be open to that?
Whereabouts are you talking about batting? I mean, I'm batting at 5 at the moment. I think that's a pretty strong position to be batting. I think that obviously if you look through the side, when you had Trott, Bell, Peterson, you had Ian Bell coming in at 5, and that's just the way it is. So I think that it's obviously conversations to be had, but at this moment in time, batting at 5 and keeping, I got asked whether I was comfortable with doing that, and I'd like to think so far, when I've done it and kept wicket at 5, it's been successful.
Each time you scored a Test 100, that's come before you taking the blows, so a good French batter.
That doesn't make a difference. I don't look into those stats. Yeah, I don't look into them stats one bit. At the same time, if I'm contributing, and just because you might get 80 or 90, it's not in the hundreds column, you're still making a huge impact on that innings and on that team.
John? Would you resist any suggestion of you doing that if you came to?
Like I've just said to Dean, it's conversations, isn't it? There's going to be conversations that have to take place, but you've just said exactly what my answer would be in that question.
Because the reason you want to keep you work so hard, and you do a good job now.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of questions asked in my early career as a wicketkeeper, and I remember being asked time and time again whether or not I wanted to do it, and for the last couple of years, I don't think you've mentioned it once. You've not mentioned or questioned my wicket keeping once, after copping pretty much a barrage every other Test match. But that for me is a huge feather in my cap, the fact that it's now going unquestioned, and people are not asking questions about my wicket keeping anymore. And if you're not asking questions and the keeper's not being noticed, then that's a good thing. I mean, I've been told that since I was 12, 13, 14 years old.
Gentleman to our right.
Can you tell us about the challenges of keeping wickets in England compared to other parts of the world? Because the ball keeps on moving behind the stumps.
Sure does. That's an understatement. It definitely does. keep moving. I think that there's different things that you've got to contend with. Like you say, there's the swing after the bat, but there's also the fact that the ball wobbles and dips. So techniques will change whether you're in the subcontinent, whether you're in Australia or in England. So just being adaptable is the biggest thing to me, to all keepers around the world. So that's what I would say. It's about being able to adapt your techniques and pull through with different conditions and techniques that you may have in place.
Paul.
Do you feel more confident as a batsman when you've got keeping as well? Because you think the fullback lines as well?
I don't know. I don't know 100% why. We've had many conversations. If you look back at the sports that I've played all the way through, I've always wanted to be involved all the time and wanting to have an influence on the game. And I think that's definitely something that I definitely thrive on doing. Whether that be being put in a situation where we might be 100 for 5 and we're batting at 7, or 150 for 5 batting at 7, or we're 80 for 3, it doesn't make too much difference, and my mindset doesn't change whether I'm batting at 5 or 7 and keeping. So if I'm 100% honest, I don't know what it is that makes the two very compatible. But yeah, I enjoy doing them both immensely. Look, I've gone up to 5. It's not that low batting at 5. So I've not really batted higher.